Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you were supposed to be the...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chising did once research the matter of the Gui, and as fate would have it, one who did craft the Gui. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yeah.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their... We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millelith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Let's dance!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
A touch of frost! Spirit Blade! Attack!
Witness the power of good watch.
Forth, my blade!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Brace yourself.
Killjoy! We've only just begun!
Think you can get away?
It isn't time for a break yet! You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Swift!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Miscalculated.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Here we go.
Submit for...
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Curse! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
A touch of froth.
Ready, steady, go!
Can't run! Looks like I went too far.
From whence you came.
The blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, then fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Ring cutter.
Submit for judgment. One with my blade. Spirit blade. Attack! Swift and merciful.
Time for takeoff. Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
This is it.
Come on, we can do it!
Think you can get away? Let's play!
Spirit blade. Attack! Force with my blade.
The merrier. Brace yourselves. Yes. Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Submit for judgment. A touch of froth.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
One with my blade.
This is it.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today do not merely cast your protective gaze upon.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him, but I dared not.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds. The animal Archon sought to quell the strife.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from—
Though your point is the very height of... As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an Outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be, although I am a mere mortal soldier.
Huh? Why does everyone...
Weren't you frightened?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith got... When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adept.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own, so Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less right of parting that we're... organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the... Last time we saw Zhongli was... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on... We had better go and make sure that everything is...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And... You...
It's you two. I believe we've... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget...
Well, if it isn't you two...
Paimon knew that we should never have tried...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist in a...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
You don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their role. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine power?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There was only one thing that I had not anticipated. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that—
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand—
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes—
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good—
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my— As for the bargaining chip that the Tsarit— Uncover that answer for yourself.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Oh, well, so Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? There's only one real possibility.
The Fatui? They certainly are very
Shh! Lower your voice. If the...
You know that god from the ocean?
Yes, and to think that this happened
Say, do you
now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of super...
Ah, forget it. Guess...
Hear ye all! The Chi sings, though a dragon soars, gods and adepti live. Rumors and hearsay abound on the street, having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has... Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chi-Sing's announcement said. So that's... Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for them? Could the Chi-Sing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell... Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed
the long, unending dream of our...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must... Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the...
So young! The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you... Name your price.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person?
Huh. And to think I'd put my best... But it seems as... Well, that's fine.
As for the mortals...
perhaps...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is and here you are looking over...
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the... Right, if the two of you can spare the time.
Ha! That sounds like...
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack...
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth, when I was journeying with you...
Oh, no wonder! But since you weren't used to...
Well, we were only spending for two... In the City of Commerce, the Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I will treasure the memories that I made as... That is true.
Paimon thinks that...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful... This is what visions are. Magical foci.
That's how people...
But starting from last year, the Raiden...
Vision hunt decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all...
They want to seize visions, but...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of... The fact that even I, the oldest of the set, knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7... All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that.
These are indeed false accusations. I've heard that Ningguang is busy Ha, those poor... All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That said, I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right, then. Was... that said, I hinted as much to... How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even... Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did law... Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your... Since Morax is... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to...
This is terrible! We're all about to...
Yes, this is indeed... Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right, then. Was there... that said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to... I hinted as much to... How did I accomplish that, you... All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well, then...